Yeah, so I just want to kind of take a quick note here. We have been we missed last week when this comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to do that. So we apologize for that. But we are back again, and they should have seen the Aluka video last week. Reposted that. Just give you something to listen to in case you miss that episode. It's very long, so you could break it up within a couple of weeks. Yeah, I had no idea it was that long. Insane.
You wouldn't stop talking.
It wasn't me.
If you haven't seen it, go back and watch. You need to go back and watch, because there were a few times where I was like, all right, let's get them out of here. Like, it's been a long time.
There's 3 guys to talk to, though, and ask questions and figure out some stuff and pick their brains a little bit. So.
I don't know nothing, but I know that one of those guys drove like 2.5 hours. So I'm like, we got to get out of here at some point, dude.
He did.
You want to go? Sorry.
Unique New York.
Unique New York.
But yeah, so we're back. We're good to go. We just didn't do it for precautionary reasons, and it was fine. And sometimes you need a little break too to kind of rejuvenate yourself. And it's like missing a show. Then you want to get back into it, you know?
No, not really. But I can see your parallel thinking with it.
You do.
I was just feeling.
Do you miss shows?
Yes and no, for sure.
Okay.
I miss playing music. Shows, yeah. I don't know.
Dude, I haven't touched my guitar, I felt like, in months.
I was actually getting
so busy.
I was getting real snippy the other day with Allison. She was like, "What is wrong? What is wrong? What is the problem?" And I thought about it. I haven't played drums in weeks now, bro.
Yeah.
And it's kind of wearing on me a little bit. It's like, not if you're used to working out or you're used to like meditating or jogging, whatever, it's like you're not getting your weird fix. And it's kind of bugging the shit out of me.
Between the bachelor party and then, me going to Maine and stuff, it's like, and then trying to get these videos done, trying to get other stuff done. We've got some other stuff in the works. It's just been kind of a mess, but be all right.
Yeah. So we're going to bring the energy up here.
Woo!
Album review.
So album review. Let's get into it. So this week's album review was Polyphia.
That's how you say it? Okay.
Polyphia.
Got it.
New Levels, New Devils. I believe this is their 3rd mainstream album. They have, so as far as I was told by the guitar player, Tim, I met them at a show in Richmond. I knew about them before they played the show, but he was outside patio, just smoking, hanging out, whatever. I didn't like the fact that I was in my mid-20s and I don't even think he was 21 yet, and would absolutely smoke me and probably any of my friends combined on guitar, but he was a cool dude, and I guess it used to be a hardcore band back in the day, and he would show like his family. So he's an Asian guy, and he would show like his very Asian family from what he told me, and they would be like, "Yo, what the fuck is this? I can't listen to this." So they had lyrics, vocals, and shit before. I don't know if that was the reason they don't anymore, but he did say that his family was much more appreciative that they didn't have it, and they could hopefully enjoy his artwork, so to speak. I don't know why you're looking at me like that.
I'm like, just get to the album. I don't care.
It's good shit to know.
Why?
Let's go ahead and just say the album. Let's say the shit. 15-minute podcast. You want to do that? I
know how to draw shit out. Do you?
Yeah, I do. Okay. That's what I'm doing right now.
All right, so what do you think of the album?
Anyways,
fuck.
I listened to their first album. I did not listen to their second album, but I heard some of it the other day. We'll talk about that in a second. But this album, New Levels, New Devils, was exactly what I expected, but also not what I expected. So what I got was, it was supposed to have a heavy rap influence, which I can see. At the same time, I didn't, because there was still phenomenal guitar work. Their bass player, there's something about his look. He's one of those guys. Going to do a Step Brothers quote here. I have to preface it with that since you don't remember the movie, apparently. He's one of those guys, you just look at his face and you just want to punch him in the face, right?
Like Derek?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But actually, it wasn't Derek.
It's Derek's brother.
They wanted to punch Derek's brother, but it was a guy that worked for Derek who was played by
Rob Riggle.
That's it. There you go.
I know things. Kobayashi.
Shut
up.
Damn it.
Yep.
Anyways, he kind of annoyed me. He annoys me anytime I see him, but the motherfucker can play the goddamn bass. I can't take talent away from him. He's an extremely talented bass player, plays a lot of cool shit. A lot of like throwing in just kind of like that kind of slap bass on certain parts when it's needed, and then really nice, smooth, cool bass. But the drum work in this album was probably one of my favorites. The guitar is still great, way over the top, something I'll never be able to do, but the drums with those styles of guitar, it's kind of insane. Real catchy and just like, it's almost like he was playing gent on drums, which is weird. A lot of cymbal chokes, shit like that. Why are you looking at me like that?
What do you think that means? It sounds like he's playing gent on drums. I don't know why I'm focusing all my irritation at you right now, but what does that mean?
What do you mean?
What is it? Why did the drums?
Real catchy, just real quick, kind of shit, and then letting it flow. I don't know. Gent is gent.
So when I was listening to this album, all I heard, there was a lot going on. Like you said, guitarists are phenomenal. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of syncopation I noticed in this one. Like the bass and drums are on the same page a lot, but there was a lot of playing within. How do you even say that? You play like within and around the metronome, right?
Yeah.
You're not on every quarter note or eighth note or whatever. Right. They're like playing in and out of it. It's like really hard to do. And then to have a bunch of instruments doing it at the same time is pretty impressive. And that's kind of where it ends. It's like, it's not, I didn't really love, I feel like I'm a fucking hater all the time, dude, but I can't listen to this stuff like and enjoy it. It sounded a lot like a jam band that you would hear like on like as a street musician. Like I literally could see myself hearing it in the distance. Because that was,
if you listen to it enough, that was
all
Goat.
I heard. Whatever.
That was one song, but yeah.
Well, they all sounded like that. On. Right. A lot of flamenco, I felt like. There was a lot of finger picking, right?
Yeah, they use multiple styles of different picking.
Right.
Finger picking,
and they're like
picking.
mixing it all together, so you get these crazy sounds and cadences that I haven't really heard before outside of strictly flamenco guitar. But it wasn't. It was cool, but it felt a lot. It felt very jazzy and jammy. Mm-hmm. Let's play this. There wasn't a shitload of song structure. It was like riff after riff kind of a thing. Yeah. I didn't hear a lot of build-ups or bridges. Or maybe there were choruses technically, but it just wasn't. It wasn't a true formula of a song, which I guess is fine. And what was up? Most of it was instrumental, but then there was like one or two songs that had vocals, right?
No. I
might have bled into another playlist at some point because I was working listening to it. I
don't think on this album.
I swear though.
But I thought I'd see. Now you're taking me back. So the issue is we were supposed to record last week. As I said, we did not. And now I'm starting to forget. That's why I was trying to get through it again today. I got caught up, but I don't think there was. But now that you're saying that, I feel like I was surprised.
I swear, dude.
That I heard vocals on something of theirs because I've never heard them with vocals. I don't know about this hardcore project that they had back in the day. All I know is this.
It sounded exactly like the song I just heard before it. But then during the course, there was a vocalist. It was weird. I don't know. But it was whatever, dude. It was fucking prog. Like every time we do a prog band, I say the same shit. The production's good. It sounds different. It's kind of impressive. But overall, I'm never gonna listen to shit ever again. Ever.
It's so I could see where you're coming out with that. So the reason we obviously listened to this, you had never heard of them.
No.
I wanted you to hear them, and I had said, and I would still like you to. No pressure, because we're not going to do a review on it, but. Their first album, Muse, I believe, the first one that I heard, I think that is a good one. It's a little less all over the place and a little more natural, but it's still really good. When I first heard that, it was something like I had never heard before, and this album still kind of plays that way to me. Mainly because there isn't a major song structure. They are kind of all over the place, but when you really listen to it, like you said, there are some choruses you could hear, okay, that was a repeated part from before, and they kind of continually go back to that, but a lot of it's kind of a mess. I think the biggest thing for me on them is when you listen to them, it's almost like you're listening to somebody programmed guitar, but the impressive thing is they pull that off live, and I've seen it multiple times.
You would see these guys live?
I have seen them live.
On purpose or accident?
Yes, on purpose. Well, I think I was there for somebody else, but I was happy that they were there because I already knew who they were.
So it was a happy accident.
Well, I saw the bill when I bought the ticket. I was like, oh shit, it's
this
this
works
person
out.
and Polyphia.
Right.
I get to see both of them at the same time. I would again.
Who was the headliner?
Might have been Periphery.
Weird.
I don't.
Okay.
Was it? Yeah, it was definitely.
It's definitely. I know
Periphery.
you. It's Periphery. Yeah, it's Periphery.
I think I saw them. Did I see them a second time? I don't think I did. But I would. I think they as weird as it sounds, because I thought I would be like, because it was cool to listen to, and I was like, if they played the one song, because they had a big hit off that first album, and I figured if they're gonna just play that, I don't know if I'll enjoy the rest of the show, but I did. And it's weird because there's not much of a show to put on because they're doing so much. It's not like they're moving around on stage.
No,
there's no full show, but it was still, I think it was just being impressed.
Technical musicianship,
to see that live
technical musicianship is fun to watch.
Yeah.
For about a minute. From me, I'm just not into that aspect of music. I want to hear a very much a balance, more so 80% not musical prowess, but 80% of putting something in the exact right place at the exact right time.
Right.
And then 20% maybe something technical. But I just need it to be extremely, the replayability is more important nowadays than any sort of gimmicks or like, holy shit, his hands can do that. I don't care about that stuff.
See, I think that's where I'm different because I am a guitar player. It's hard not to be impressed and look away. You know what I mean?
You can be impressed and be indifferent. I know it sounds crazy, but I can be impressed by something and say, don't really care. It's like watching a guy juggle 12 balls. That's kind of cool. And then you fucking walk away because that guy's a maniac.
Yeah, no, I don't hear you saying there's no talent or anything like that. What I'm saying is just me personally, though, the reason I can watch them is because I'm so into what they're doing on guitar that I'm not going to walk away, if that makes sense. I want to see that, and I want to keep seeing it as long as I possibly can. I love watching guitar players play and see if there's anything within this mix of fuck that I can pick up and try on my own. For them, pretty much nothing I could do on my own, but it's interesting to see and just how it works. And then the fact that they're nailing what I heard on the album, note for note.
Yeah, I guess I'm just not into it anymore. I used to be very much into it. I'm just give me something I can listen to and that'll catch me and give me goosebumps. You know what I mean? Right. Not something that I will be able to pick apart and almost treat it like, a 10,000 piece puzzle. It's like, oh, this goes here. This time this goes here, this meter, whatever. I almost see it as not music anymore. When it hits a certain level of technical prowess, it's way less listenable. And I think that is and I know it's all subjective, and this is me being subjective. It's more important to be listenable while still holding some sort of genre.
But see, that's where I think the drums do come into this. While the drums, he's also talented and doing his thing and, trying to show off himself. I think it brings it in, and there's still a groove back there. Like Goat is the one song that's in my head just because I haven't listened to the rest of the album enough, but I've heard Goat 100 times, but there's a groove there for the most part with crazy noodling over the top.
Yeah, I know what they do.
But it's good. I liked it. I'm glad you got to hear him. Again, Muse, a little more chill on the technical side. It's still very technical, but more chill. Hard to explain. I liked it. There was one song called Champagne. That was a pretty big hit of theirs. And the first song had Jason Richardson on it. I don't know if you caught that or not. Probably not.
It was in the title.
Yes.
It literally was part of the title.
Yes. So they'll get some people like that, but I could definitely tell. So on the YouTube version, I listened to the album outside of the YouTube version, but then I listened to the YouTube version, and that's just one long stream. Luckily, it was only 34 minutes.
It was very short.
Right?
It's like 10 songs.
Okay there.
I'm cool with it. I'm not mad. I'm just...
But I could tell when he's playing. I could just hear him. It's so distinctive. But yeah, no, I liked it. What do you got?
About what?
Your next album review.
Oh, I wanted to stick to RJ's suggestion that we weren't able to get into. Do you remember what that was?
I can look it up. All right. So even though this is your week, this is what we got from RJ. It is a band called Talla. Tallah. Talla. And the album is called... Dude, I don't know what the fuck this shit is. Matrifaggy?
Whoa.
Matrifaggy?
What are you doing?
Matrifaggy?
Why are you being like that right now?
What do you?
My sister's gay. Why would you say that?
Matriphagy. It's all one word.
Say that one more time.
Matrophagy. It's probably matrophagy or some shit.
Matrophagy, probably. Yeah. Idiot.
Tala matrophagy. So we'll find out how that is next week. I'm gonna take a screenshot so I don't have to fucking scroll through that shit again.
Those are pretty cool words. Tala and matrophagy.
Where did he say they're? I think he said they're from somewhere. This band called that. They're pretty wild. I'm not going to be into this, but maybe you are. He says they're like early Slipknot. Guitar and vocals are pretty crazy.
Okay. Who's Slipknot?
I don't know. Never heard of him.
I want to take you back in time and talk about something that's it kind of hit me hard. And I think I talked to you. Yeah, I did talk to you about this. So what was I? 18. I was going to like community college, right? And it was my first year. I was having a hard time transitioning because was going from high school with all your friends and then everyone's splitting up and then I'm going to classes by myself. I remember eating lunch in my car and I was highly upset about it. Had a moment, had a bit of an emotional moment. I was like, man, where are all my friends? Like, this sucks. Then the codependency kind of popped up, my realization of that. And then I turned on the radio. I was like, I don't really listen to radio. Like every now and then I listen to like Elliot in the Morning or something like that. And then I came upon, it was the middle of the day, Big O and Duke show. This was like 2008 or 2009, something like that. And there was just a midday talk show on WJFK, which was all just talk radio and stuff. And they were just talking about whatever. There were a couple guys like in their like early 30s or super late 20s. I don't remember. And it became my, all right, when I'm in between classes, I get to listen to these guys and it'll be cool. That was my beginning into like podcast realms and like talk radio and just being kind of like creating these weird friendships with people you don't even know really through that. And whatever, history goes on, now it's 12 years later and I listened to the Big O and Duke show, became the Big O and Duke's podcast, which they still have to this day. And there was a couple other one-off podcasts that he was doing. And then he did a talk show with LeVar Arrington, LeVar and Dukes, whatever, because the station flip formats from talk radio to sports talk radio. Right. And I listened to him throughout. It was always the staple of every Tuesday they would release an episode. I'd listen to the free episode. I'd buy the premium episode. And that just became part of my ritual from 18, 19 to now. Right. And then in the 2 to 5 window, I would listen to his sports show, which he had a sports show after LeVar and Dukes by himself for the past, I don't even remember, 5-6 years, something like that. And I realized Big O and Dukes didn't come out Wednesday, which it usually is released on Wednesday. And then I was listening to the 2 to 5 and he wasn't on. And I was like, that's weird because this guy usually talks about on his personal podcast when he's taking a vacation or time off from work, and it happened like days in a row. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on any of this stuff. So I'm like the last person to hear about a goddamn thing, unless it's a TikTok, because Allison is making me watch them now. It's unfortunate. So I did
say that as well the other day.
Yeah, and she was just sending them nonstop.
Oh, I'm done.
I want to kill myself. Yeah, it's terrible. I'm like, you're supporting this garbage? All right, cool. And so I went on Google. I was like, Chad Dukes, just because I figured something had to have happened. And then it turns out, he got fired. Intercom, who owns WJFK, said some, they phrased it as inappropriate and like discriminatory or whatever. It's just 2020. It's all cancel bullshit. And so I was like, well, how's that possible on his personal podcast? Because I listen to it all the time. And he's a little, not edgy, but his opinions, he says most of his opinions from what I can see, and you get an idea as to what he is. And he's just kind of he's not going to pretend like everything that's progressive and liberal is correct because he works in radio. He can't do that because that's not him. He usually just doesn't talk about it on the radio station. And then on his podcast, he'll like tiptoe around it a little bit, but he doesn't go hard into anything. He was talking about the NFL on his podcast, like from September or some shit. And he was just commentating on them creating a certain narrative in the NFL and them co-signing to a certain demographic of people, which would happen to be BLM and all that stuff. And because I believe his whole thing about it was the NFL is placating to that realm because they're a younger crowd. They're going to be, that's where you want your money at, is with the young people. All the old conservatives, fuck them. whatever, who cares? It's better to placate towards this than to placate towards that. That's basically all he said, with a lot more jokes in there, making it a lot more interesting and funny. But I never once heard him. There was no slurs, really. There was maybe some play on race a little bit, but nothing that would be considered hate speech, or like, I even hate saying that phrase. It feels so not correct at this time. Like, anything's hate speech. If you disagree with anybody, basically,
right?
You could just put him in a box and then you just throw the box away, and it's fucked. So yeah, he got fired. And Big O and Dukes has been radio silent, and we don't know when there's going to be another episode of that. I'm sure they're working around shit because their producer on that show works for Intercom. He's a producer for a radio show with that company that fired Dukes. So people are thinking they're not going to be able to work together anymore, which is crazy because they've been doing the show forever. Yeah, and so it's just been way more upsetting than I would anticipate me to be. Like, when I heard it, it for some reason ruined my night. I feel like a fucking crazy person because I don't know this guy. I've been to his store a few times. I've met him a few times, but I don't fucking know him. He doesn't know me, but I have this weird fandom, and I hate saying that too. I'm hating myself so much more right now, but oh
damn, you like something. Oh my God, your life's over. Now you're with the cool kids.
Sorry,
I don't
my
want to
dick
be
doesn't
a cool
get hard
kid.
every time I meet somebody that owned a PRS at one point, dude.
Woo!
Jesus. So what was I saying? You just distracted the shit
I'm not
out
a
of
fan
me.
of Zach Myers from Shinedown, by the
I don't know
way,
who the
because
fuck that is.
I don't really like Shinedown that much, but he's a PRS artist.
Shinedown.
Nice guitars.
Pearl Jam, whatever. And but I've been fucking a little upset about this whole thing. Because I've always been a fan of him since he was younger, and seeing him progress and get better and like become more of a seasoned veteran broadcaster is like, that's my guy. He's killing it right now. He's killing it. When you're a fan of somebody and they're successful, you're alongside them. Do you know what I mean? Especially seeing them come from the early phases of their career and stuff. You want to, I almost had an impulse to like try to help somehow, like, oh, I'll write him, blah, blah, blah. Let me support him. Let me go to his store and spend like $150 or whatever. And then I'm just like looking around my shitty apartment. I'm like, I think he's okay. He's been working in a radio station as a broadcaster.
I don't think they make that much money though. Dude.
I'm pretty sure he makes pretty good money because he talks about the money he makes. I'm pretty sure he talks about making a lot of money, but it's not radio in the 90s. It's not Howard Stern money.
Right.
It's not Opie and Anthony money. None of that shit.
Well, they got sponsored shows, like basically like getting a show on HBO, but for radio, kind of thing.
Yeah, but
Sirius and shit like that. That's where the money is because you have to pay for Sirius.
So that was the peak.
Right.
And then it just kind of, everything started to crumble for all talk radio.
Yeah. I could see that, I don't drive much anymore, but when I did drive, Elliot in the Morning is a show that I very much enjoy. I am extremely surprised he has not been kicked off the radio yet. He gets in his moments where he knows he's pushing the line on some of the things he says. He doesn't go on that side of it, but being 2020, it could happen. I could imagine it sucks. I think, unfortunately, this cancel culture thing is here, and it's here to stay for a while, and it's unfortunate. From what I heard, so I was listening to our buddies in Zero Idea podcast, and they were talking about the fact that it seems like some fan or somebody went and dug up that episode.
Yeah.
Because it's not like it happened last week.
No.
It was a while back. So was this said on air or on the podcast?
On the podcasts.
Which is even worse. Because it's not said on to your specific audience. Yes, people know him, but those same people that listen to that podcast are going to listen to him.
It's the same.
You guys are there for him. You're not there for the radio station. You're there for him.
That podcast has been the same listeners that have been listening for 15 years. Like, it hasn't really grown immensely, but they make enough money to justify still doing it and stuff. They just don't have the visibility. So it's just somebody either was new or got irritated because they have a habit of berating like fans, and not berating, but they don't take it easy on them. Like if somebody calls in and it's a bad call, he's not like Ellie in the Morning. Hey, Ellie in the Morning. Thanks for calling. And then even if it's a horrible call, he still goes, wow, thanks so much. Blah, blah, blah. That's it. They don't do that. If it's bad, they're like, what are you doing? And they'll just they'll annihilate them.
I think so. We went, we had that little trip to Guitar Center. I think we listened to them on the way back or something like that. You put it on or on the way there or something like that. I heard what you're talking about as far as him, but it seems like that's what he does.
It's what he does.
Why would you call in? If that's an issue, why would you call in? Also, if you don't like it, don't fucking listen.
Right. Yep. No.
And that's the issue with today. We'll touch on it just for a second because now I'm feeling your anger. Now I'm a little pissed off too.
Oh.
But in this day and age, you can't do anything, period, without offending somebody, and then you're going to get canceled. And that is an unfortunate thing because real art or, being real or being who you are is not allowed anymore. You have to conform to society. And if you can't do that, then you can't do it, I guess.
You have to play ball within those rules.
I think it's absolutely fucking ridiculous because now nothing is genuine. Everything is going to be disingenuous because we have to play by, these set of rules that are designated without even being fucking designated. There's no law or anything that's written down that says this is how you have to play it. I think it's absolute bullshit. It's one thing to be like, so on his actual radio show, he's got the FCC that's going to clamp down on him. Fine. So now I have a podcast where I can say whatever the fuck I want. And then some little bitch comes by and talks shit and says, I got my fucking feelings hurt. Everybody gets their feelings hurt.
Right, but now you can do something about it because everyone has a voice now. Everyone has access to the internet, dude.
Then have your fucking voice and move it along. But I don't think people should be getting fired for shit like that.
No, but
there are certain instances that I've heard over the past, whether it's coaches of teams, owners of teams, especially in the sports world, which is kind of what he was a part of, they have said some over the top shit. And yeah, I don't think they should probably be there anymore. But it's not a radio show or a podcast that you have to subscribe to. Or you have to go and actively seek that out. You're not watching a football game and going, oh, whoa, I can't believe that coach or somebody said that. Or why is he still have to look at him because he's playing my team? No, it's something you have to actively seek out. So go fuck yourself. I'm mad with you. Now
Thank you. No, well, I was going to say, I don't like speculating on this stuff too much with social commentary because I feel like you, especially this day and age where it's like very clear cut, you either get it or you don't get it.
Right.
And if you don't get it, you don't get it. Washington Post, whatever. But if you get it, you get it. And that's that. And those are the typical, I run in both circles and stuff and I can get along with not a lot of people, but I would like to think I can associate with a lot of different types of people.
Yeah.
And it's not, I don't take anything to heart. For example, the reason I don't talk about like religion or politics or any of that heavy shit that you weren't supposed to talk about, when our parents were growing up and shit, but now it's just become the first thing anybody wants to talk about for some reason. The reason I don't talk about those things isn't because I'm worried about someone viewing my opinion a certain way. It's because I know for a fact you are going to get emotional before I do because I know where I stand with all this stuff. And I'm not worried about somebody changing my mind because I'm open to somebody changing my mind.
Correct.
I can rescind things that I say and be, oh, you know what? That makes a lot of fucking sense. I'm going to have to take this information. I'm going to have to go to these particular, sources, and I'm going to maybe rethink some stuff, right? But a lot of people, they don't think like that. They will never say, I never thought about it like that because they don't want to be in that position of vulnerability. They don't want to be in the position of maybe having to reformat their thought process that they haven't had to do since they were 12 or 13 because they're emotionally stunted, right?
Right.
That's why I don't talk to people about this stuff. They're going to get upset at me and they're going to say really stupid shit to me. They're going to get in their feelings. It's going to go way off the rails because they realize I'm not giving them a reaction. I'm just sticking to what we're talking about. And then they're going to get flustered. And then next thing you know, they're going to walk away or storm off or just maybe say something they don't mean. That's why I don't talk. Sometimes I talk politics with you, but I've even told you like I'm apolitical about most of this stuff. And I'll usually just listen to you and maybe I'll pipe in with something I've heard. And then you're like, no, it's this, this, and this. And I'm listening though, because I don't.
I'm always open. And I've got friends that have, different viewpoints as I do and shit like that. And I tell them all the time, look, this is how I feel. I don't understand how you feel like that. But if you ever want to talk about it, I'm open because I enjoy it.
Are you?
I get frustrated so much.
That's what I was going to say.
I wish politics wasn't a thing, but I always tell the same friends, like, look, I'm open for you to, I feel like we're sounding, so Steven Crowder's a conservative guy. He's got the change my mind thing that you see the memes and shit of. But I always tell people, I'm not trying to sound funny here, but please change my mind. Because if you can, I'm open to anything because opinions are opinions. They're not facts. That's how it needs to be. And you should be free to do whatever you want. One of the things that I notice in music, especially, people are very opinionated and they use the music to take that's their voice, right? And they do that. But then let's say we have a band, for example, Every Time I Die, very opinionated, very against Donald Trump, this and that, right? So this isn't going to get political, but it sounds like it, right? But then you have Trapped, who says, I'm voting for Donald Trump and I'm going to use my music to promote that.
Mm-hmm.
They were just bitching and saying we should be able to talk about whatever we want. That's what music is for. It's for us to express how we feel. But the moment another band does it, and if it's a conflicting opinion,
right,
you can't do that. Cancel them. They're done. You know what I mean? So I don't get it. You can't have it one way and not the other. Like it's either both ways or it's not at all.
Yeah, I want to side with you, and I understand that perspective you just said. But a second ago, you said you're open-minded.
I am.
Comment down below if you think Billy's open-minded, and
I'm
explain how he is or how he isn't.
I'm extremely opinionated.
I don't know.
I feel that I'm right a lot.
I know you've
told me. But if somebody gives me facts and says this is why you're wrong,
you've told me about completely subjective things. You're wrong. Like you literally you shut down the.
Give me an example.
You shut down the argument. Give me an example. You're wrong.
Give me an example because I think you're wrong.
I don't think. I don't think this sounds very good. I don't think I like it. You're wrong. Okay. Billy, but I'm saying I'm not sure if I like. You're wrong.
That's part of an argument.
You
like
shut down the argument
because you're wrong.
There's exactly. There's nowhere you can go.
I'm open to real shit because I can say you're wrong. You could say I'm wrong about something that is subjective. But if there's something with facts, opinions, I could think you're wrong, and then we're just going to agree to disagree, just like we do on some of this music shit. Although I think you like most stuff I listen to, you just don't want to hear it right now. I get it.
No, that's not true.
That is true.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
No, I don't like any
Anyways,
of this music.
That sucks. I hope the podcast comes back.
I just want to just end it with this. I think it's going to be overall a great thing because now I'm hoping anyways, they're reformatting because he mentioned it like 2 weeks before or something, like literally 2 weeks before he got fired that, guys, he brought it up in jest, like, at some point I feel like I'm going to say something wrong. And then this is going to be my full-time gig talking about the podcast because they only do it once a week now. And I think what's happening is they're reformatting everything, restructuring, and he's going to try to do it like 3 to 5 times a week because he's like,
that's your weekly show.
But he's not going to have to hold his tongue as much.
Correct.
They might be able to set up like a Patreon, multi-tier kind of thing where they come out with their premium episode and then this is their premium, whatever. They could go as far as they want with it. And now he's not going to have to bite his tongue so much unless he's looking to get back into broadcasting on the radio, which, come on.
In this day and age,
there's no point.
Dumb.
There's no point.
Exactly. You can make... If you need the money, you can make so much off of podcasts. If you want to drive in to this fucking place that owns the shit out of you, then drive in and let them own you. But if you want to be free, do your own podcast. And I think it'll be fine.
Don't put your balls in a vice.
About somebody like him, he's in a very good position. I think you're right. I think from what I know, I think it's gonna be fine. He's in a very good position where he has a following.
Yeah.
And there are very, I never heard of this guy until you told me about him. And I completely forgot about what you told me the other day about it. And then I hear it again on another podcast. And I'm like, oh shit, Nico was just talking about that. Like there is a following for this guy, a massive following in this area for this guy. And now he can even branch that out. Now he can take it national if he's already not national. I don't know how far his radio show goes. Some radio shows will be all over the country depending on who wants to pick up the show. Elliot in the Morning he's got a station in Delaware, a station in Richmond, shit like that pick him up. But yeah, he's in a unique situation. He's going to be able to do whatever he wants now. And I think it's probably for the better the way it sounds.
Yeah.
But that still is unfortunate because even if he still comes out on top of this, he still has a tainted name from somebody and he becomes unhireable. What if one day people just stop listening to podcasts? I doubt it. Obviously nobody listens to the radio anymore. Most people don't give a fuck what the radio is because their phone has their podcast that they want to listen to. I think radio is going to eventually die, and I think people like him are honestly the only ones that are keeping it alive at this moment.
Yeah.
So dumb on that radio station to
because I'm not listening to them anymore, and I know there's a ton of people that are fans of his that aren't.
I hope they crash and burn.
I'm not listening out of spite. There's no other show even close to his fucking show, entertainment wise, that jives with me. I don't. It's all sports, but he at least has really different spins on everything.
Right.
And he has silly segments every week. Like he did the fast food like pinata bullshit where they're just reviewing new fast food items and like for the price point and what you're getting and stuff. And they're like breaking it down into like a 20-minute segment. That's hilarious.
I think from what I heard, again, I think I've literally only listened to it that one time, but from what I heard, it was even a show that if you're not so into sports, you can get into sports and be able to listen to that. You know what I mean? So
he breaks it up.
Sucks for them. So let's get into some better news. I've got really awesome news. I told you about it, and I'm going to tell the world about it. All 4 of you that listen to us. So we didn't record last week as of the filming of this. So this will come out the next week. But anyways, to put a timeline on it, I was sitting here last Tuesday, a little down on my luck. You know, some shit was going on. It was kind of a mess. I'm in the middle of a work day. I'm just like, I want this to be over with. And I just got back from vacation and normally I have every other Friday off. Well, last week was my Friday to work. So it's a full work week. I'm not on vacation anymore. Fuck this. I'm sitting there just like, oh man, this week is just going to suck with all the shit going on. And then I happen to check my email and I get this little email from a place called the Music Zoo. They are a music store out of, I want to say New York or New Jersey, one of those. I think it's New York. My PRS CE24, for those who are familiar with it, but that's my kind of real pretty guitar with the flame maple on it and shit like that, all the way to the left. Anyways,
yeah,
cool. I ordered that from them actually, and I got this email saying, "Congratulations, you've won our Acoustasonic giveaway."
Holy shit! What the hell is that?
So the Acoustasonic is a guitar from Fender. That kind of looks like it could be an acoustic, but it's about the size and feels like an electric guitar. And what it does is it emulates different acoustic sounds. So if I want a fat body mahogany guitar, it's going to give you a nice big warm sound. I can just hit the switch and be able to get that sound. And then I could also blend sounds. So I could blend a couple of those guitar different sounds and kind of make it my own. It is way too intricate to really explain too much. Once I get it, I'll have a gear review on it.
Can you do the
No, I cannot because I can't play like those guys.
You might be able to now.
The guitar is about a $2,000 guitar.
It's not a lot for a guitar, right?
That's a lot still,
is it?
Especially for like an acoustic style. It's quite a bit. It's expensive. It's a little out of my price range, just a few dollars above.
So how much are you going to sell it on eBay?
It's a good question. We'll find out. I want to see if I like it. I hope I do, but if I don't like it, I'm probably going to sell it.
You showed me a picture, and it looks fucking nice.
It's sick. I'll send it to you so you can put it up. You're editing this week.
Nope. But
not only did I win the guitar, I won a Fender Deluxe Reverb Tone Master.
Whoa.
I believe is the full thing. Almost $1,000 little combo amp. I've heard them. They sound great. I'm actually really excited about that. I've thought about selling it too. Basically, I want to sell everything, get a new PRS, but I'm like, I kind of want to keep everything. And then I also want a guitar pedal, which is like a overdrive type pedal. So you can get a little bit of dirty sounds with the guitar. But basically with Music Zoo, and Sweetwater, you know, one of my favorite stores out there. I've been following Sweetwater for a while. Music Zoo is new to me. I like them a lot because they offer some really awesome payment plans. If you want to go with them,
yeah,
that's motherfucker. You know, I do this shit all the time. But anyways, they offer really cool payment plans, for monthly kind of things with them. And then they have a pretty good selection, but they also get a lot of unique shit in, which is very interesting to me, whether it's used or new. So some really cool stuff. But basically, you know, these companies like Music Zoo, Sweetwater and shit, they offer these monthly, or, you know, Sweetwater does it every fucking week. Every Wednesday they have a giveaway on Facebook. All you gotta do is like the page, comment, win it Wednesday, and like the post.
So that's all you did.
You may
then.
win it. And for Music Zoo and Sweetwater, they do a big monthly giveaway, and you enter your basic information, my name, my address, phone number. Sweetwater, I'm not sure if Music Zoo does it, but Sweetwater will ask, like, what is one thing you wish your gear could do better?
Mm-hmm.
Or what basically, what are you looking for? You know, just like a little backstory of you kind of thing, I guess. I don't fucking know. I always just say, I want it to be better. I don't fucking know. Sweetwater's never picked me. Even GearFest, it is a giveaway every hour at GearFest. Didn't win that. During the holiday season, which I would highly recommend you should sign up for it, because even if you want some guitar shit, I'll take it. They do a 24-day giveaway, and it's all big shit. You either get a guitar or a full-on recording package or anything like that. It's like 50 grand worth of prizes throughout the month of December, all the way up till Christmas. I enter in this shit every fucking time I see it. I'll stop what I'm doing. Oh, fuck. I'm in the middle of like changing a diaper. Let me enter this shit real fucking quick. All right, good to go. Let's put this diaper back on, right? Enter it. Never wanted. I'm starting to think like, is the email going to like junk? So I'll even check my junk email because like, man, I really wanted to win that. And then I kind of just stopped paying attention, but I kept entering and then, I got this. So
nice.
It should have shipped out today or tomorrow. I did get an email because I got that one last week. And I also thought it was like fake. Because, emailers are good.
Yeah, dude.
So I went straight to their website, checked their giveaway page, and my name, William F., California, Maryland. I was like, fuck, yes, I actually won it. It's not fake.
That's awesome.
So I got a follow-up email today saying, hey, sorry for a delay. So their customer service seems really good, too. When I ordered my guitar, it was here in like 2 days, which was insane. I was like, oh, fuck. Like, Sweetwater, they're pretty good at it, but I don't know who the fuck these guys are. And I was really skeptical because I was like, I really know them, but they had the guitar that I bought for used and it was in like mint fucking condition. So got it in like 2 days. I was like, this is fucking tight. So they were really cool though. Sent me a follow-up email, said, hey, sorry for the delay. I was like, I can't complain. I'm getting the shit for free.
Right.
Like, if I paid for it, I'd be a little upset, but I'm not.
I'm glad you're writing me because I was about to write you. Where's my free shit, you idiots? Yeah.
But no, so really, really cool news there. So it was a good week last week, and it'll be a better week this week when I finally get the shit.
I had a good week, too. I was going down a road after doing like a 2.5 hour commute, and I saw a guy's dick while he was peeing. That was my week. Hope you enjoy that 2000 guitar. Nice. I got to see the dick for free.
Well, here's some other better news for you. I got a new gear alert. You remember our friends at Harley Benton, our favorite cheap guitar manufacturer. We don't know how the fuck they do it.
We're trying to figure out the scam.
Yeah. So they got a $91 Telecaster. Pretty nice looking.
Is it like
I might order this. If it's not sold out, I'm probably going to order it.
It's like a paperweight? So it's like this big,
no,
though, right?
This is
it's
a
not a
full-on
functional guitar.
$91 guitar from Harley Benton. And it's satin, maple neck, which is the way to go. Basswood body. So it's cheap wood, but there are a shit ton of $4,000 or $5,000 guitars out there that use basswood bodies because they say it's tonally equal. So no matter what you put in it, it'll sound good.
How's this possible?
Don't fucking know, but at some point, dude, I've got to get me a fucking Harley Benton guitar. Just fucking order one.
You need to figure this out.
And wait, because...
Do the review.
And I've seen reviews on them. They're phenomenal. I don't know how they're doing it. Yet places like Gibson want to sell $5,500 guitars and they play like absolute shit when they come in.
That's confusing, dude. They figured something out.
Yeah, they're not shitty people, it sounds like.
I guess not.
Good old
But how
Europeans.
much could they be making,
On that $91 guitar, I think nothing. On the $400 or $500 guitar, $100, $200. And they've got a CNC machine. These things are made in Indonesia, where there's a lot of big guitars made in Indonesia.
Of course, yeah.
As one of the overseas models, I think PRS even has an Indonesian factory. They got an Indonesian and a South Korea. So look, if my baby brand can trust it, I'm going to get a guitar from there. It's a CNC machine. It's just cutting fucking wood.
Yeah.
Put it together, look it over, make sure everything looks good. I don't know if they're quality assurance, but I have only heard of one issue so far out of all the YouTubers I watch. Said I had a little bit of an issue. I called them. They sent me another one. So they're on shit. They're on their shit and like, hey, all right, that's fucked up. We'll go ahead and send you a label. Send that one back. In the meantime, we've already got another one coming back. Yeah, they're not going to give you just another guitar. But
I'm a naive fuck, dude. These guys aren't good people. They found some sort of loophole through slavery, and they're paying some cats like pennies.
Indonesia, dude.
Fuck that.
My one of my favorite YouTubers, Ola England. That's where all of his guitars are made.
Because he is literally advocating for slavery. It's not been the first time Ola England has been pinned for that kind of stuff. Have you seen his hate speech rhetoric?
Times.
His hate speech rhetoric from 2009. Pull it up, Tony. Pull up Ola or whatever that guy's name.
Let's go ahead and take a real quick break through our gear news session here. Mr. Tony didn't even answer the phone, so we've got to come up with a punishment for him. That'll be another fine. He'll be docked the pay, so he's paying us, so that means he's got to pay us more, I guess. I don't fucking know. But
I was just kidding about that, by the way. That wasn't a real thing. I'm just trying to propagate the whole crazy ideal of trying to get people canceled. Fuck that guy though. That company that is some. I want to look some of that stuff up because that's so weird.
They make a lot of different shit, so feel free to see.
We need to see if they got some
drum shit or something. Maybe we can get you a Harley Benton cajon. Anyways,
No.
speaking of Ola England, a lot of people have been requesting for a very long time. So he's had a guitar line out for a couple of years now. It seems like it's going very, very well, very successful. It is really helping him to be able to have, a business and have some money come in while still being able to maintain YouTube and not have to have a full-time job. Congrats to him. He's doing awesome. But a lot of people have been bitching because they got their 6s, they got their 7s, they got their 8s, they got left-handed. And people are like, when the fuck are we getting basses? Ola England Solar Guitars introduced its first ever bass line. They're pretty sick looking. Basically, they look just like the guitars, but they're basses. They're tight.
Guitar basses. Oh, yeah.
How do you feel about bands that do, I feel like we've talked about this before. I'm having some serious deja vu, but it's possible. How do you feel about bands doing like a Patreon or Kickstarter or Indiegogo, any of those kind of like crowdfunding, kind of things for like, hey, we're trying to get in the studio and we need 50 grand to get in there. If you donate this amount, you get this perk. If you donate this amount, you get this perk. If you're only going to donate like $1 or $2, you don't get any perks, but thanks for donating. Any dollar counts, whatever. How do you feel about bands doing that? Are you for it? Are you against it? Indifferent? You don't give a shit?
Yeah, it's the way of the internet nowadays, dude. You just try to get funding.
I don't see it very often.
Okay. You try to get funding from your fans. Club Dread did that. Broken Lizard did that to make a movie. I can't remember what. It might have been Super Troopers 2. And I think they got like a shitload of support because they couldn't do it through a company because the company just wanted to, get into their script basically in the direction.
No creative freedom.
Right. So they did that. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that as long as someone's getting something.
Yeah. Amir's Patreon suddenly goes dark after not delivering on perks promised to fans. Amir, that's a pretty big band too.
Doesn't that kind of add up to Amir's whole existence though?
Yeah, I guess so.
Like if this was, I don't know, any likable band, like even their fans, I feel like aren't like huge fans of them as people. I don't know. That's an interesting one, but seems to be on brand. Was their promise to completely fuck their fans and get out of there and not give them anything? Was that their promise?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Look, here's the thing.
Upsetting.
Here's the thing about Amir. We talked about it because I was going through some of the Aluka episode the other day, or Aluka. And we had brought up Amir quickly, but their last album was probably one of the most boring things I've ever heard. Yeah. I will listen to Boyz II Men over the last Amir album.
Who wouldn't? Everybody.
Well, probably not me. But
anybody with ears.
In this case, I would. And they added Joshua Travis, a guitar player who played in like Glass Cloud and Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza.
Yeah.
And it's good shit. He's a good guitar player. He's not phenomenal. He's not one of the top, like, oh my God, I wish I could play like him. But he's good. 8 strings, and it's just bow, 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 bow. That is the entire album. So I don't know who the fuck would support them anyways and give them money for shit. But I guess some people did, and they're not happy. They're not getting their shit.
Good. Fuck them.
Would you like to do a react to Crazy Guitar Collab again?
No. Why?
Okay.
What are we watching?
We cannot do it. Apparently the most star-studded YouTube guitar collaboration you'll ever see.
Can we actually watch this and play it and people can hear it?
Same way we did it last time.
All right. Is it ready or is it not going to load?
We are ready.
Let's see.
Bro.
Come on, tablet.
Come on, tablet.
How long is this?
It is 11 minutes.
Gee, I'm not watching this.
We can watch some of it.
Oh my God. 11 minutes. And it's a Shred collab.
Yes.
Oh my
Your
God,
favorite.
dude. So, all right. I'll watch it.
That was cool.
I wouldn't say cool. I'd say that was a thing.
I think she's the one that put it together. I read a little bit about it, and I watched like the first 10 seconds of it.
So they all
she's like 16.
That's cool. So
and
they all
killing it.
That's great. So they all just got back the same instrumental loop.
Right.
And then they all just shredded to it. Okay.
Yep. That's pretty cool.
I like collabs like this, but I just don't. Oh, we're done? All right, good. Oh, here we go.
I like it because you see a whole lot of different guitar players and where their mind goes. Are people kind of the same? Are they completely fucking different? And you see that a lot in these, and they're interesting. So it gets a little faster here. So he's got a nice little fast. No idea who half these people are, though. Some of these are new people to me, which is interesting.
He looks really into it. He's like playing how I play drums. I like him. He's funny. Like, anyways.
Whoa, dude, he's got bobbleheads. Bobbleheads are so fucking expensive.
Yeah, I feel like
I wanted to get some made for us, and I was like, they're like $150 a piece.
And that's just for fucking one. No
this
thanks.
Is dumb.
You charge $30.
So you want to do a shred off at some point?
Yeah, Billy, I want to do a shred off. Well, hold on. Let's get something from this while we're watching this shit. And I say shit in a loving manner. It's got to be something we could do. That would be along these lines. How do we steal this idea and make it our own? Let's talk about that.
Well,
yeah, we get it.
I'm trying to think. How many friends do we have that play guitar?
None.
Well, we have some.
Who?
Well, we've got the Alaka boys.
I guess I wouldn't say, I guess I was thinking friends like best buds kind of a thing.
We don't really have, this is it. This is it for me. All my best buds are gone.
I got a cat.
They're gone.
All right. Oh, Minx is my guy.
I've got a son. That's my best friend.
Don't fuck around with Minx, dude.
I mean, I feel like I know enough guitar players where we can get like a 10-man shred collab. So we can write the backing track and then make them shred over it.
Okay. I got a better idea.
Okay.
No.
That's not an idea. That's just,
I like it better than what you just said. No, we will not be doing that. Thank you for showing me that. Whatever that was. That was pretty cool.
Anyways, we'll post a link to that. Pretty cool shred collab. We'll finish up the rest of it at some point. Pause. That's all I got.
Yeah, we're good.
57 minutes.
We're good.
Okay.
We'll cut out 2.5, 3.
Yeah. So that is going to do it for us.
All right, that's going to do it.
I'm glad we're back.
Thanks for
so we learned fuck the dude who was a bitch and gave up Chad Dukes for absolutely nothing.
You got a bunch of free stuff, which is dope.
I got a bunch of free stuff.
I saw a dick for free.
You saw a dick for free.
Live.
We're back.
We're back.
It's not like we were gone for very long. Sorry about that to anybody who was really, really wanting to hear it. But yeah, tomorrow's Veterans Day. We're both off. So it's going to be fun.
Thank you for your service, Billy.
I was not in the military at all.
Oh.
ROTC, if you want to count that.
I think a lot of military guys would count ROTC.
Have you seen those memes? Like JROTC guys on Veterans Day? Like, they always show like the South Park guy that's just like walk around like, oh,
no,
man.
I haven't.
The JROTC memes are funny because they're also true because
true.
I was in JROTC. Anyways, another cool episode here. Look, you gotta like us on Facebook. Is that what you do on Facebook? I don't know. Follow us on Instagram. We're probably never going to do Twitter because I don't like Twitter. I don't even know how to use the damn thing. I don't want to read. I want to see some photos. You know, whatever. Facebook is really easy because you could just literally click on a link that's in what are you looking at? What are you
Nothing. Jeez, talk.
You click on a link and then it goes straight to the video. It starts playing right away. So it's fucking tight. Instagram's cool because you see some pictures, but you have to go through the bio to go to the link to the video. So either one's fine. If you want to see a bunch of pictures or you want to see both, I say you do both, in my opinion. And share it with your friends.
I guess I would say listen to it however you fucking want to listen to it. Follow us if you so choose to, if you like to. But I would say sometimes watching the video, there are certain times where it definitely benefits to like, if you hear us like getting heated or hot about something, every now and then we have a funny reaction visually. Yeah. So yeah, make sure to go there, unsubscribe, report us, block us, all that good stuff. Makes your dick big.
Yeah, report us to. We don't have any bosses because we can do whatever the fuck we want. We're our own bosses on this. But yeah, so we're done.
You're married.
Huh?
You're married.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're almost married. All right, guys.
True,
Thank you so
true.
much. Let us know if you so kindly want to, what you think of the new setup. Do you like it? Do you want us to go back to when we used to sit against the wall?
Does it look too big? Do you think the room is too big?
Yeah.
Because we'll downsize if we need to.
Yeah. If we have to, we can downsize. I mean, this room is fucking massive.
Yeah.
So, let us know. Also, let us know what you think about Nico's look this week. He's using a different lens.
That camera.
To be honest with you, I don't think I set it up the right way, and I'll tell you why in a second, but it still does look good, I think. So we'll find out. Let us know in the comments if you want to. If you don't, I don't give a shit. I hope you like our stuff.
It's quite the 12-year-old statement to make. I like it.
Yeah, I don't even care.
I don't even care.
Anyways, thank you guys so much. Have a great day.